Okay, this is how I take out a background from an image and put a couple images together. I use PowerPoint. It's kind of a clunky way to do it, but it's the way I know. So what you do is you open up PowerPoint, and then you say insert picture. And we have the pictures. Now I start with the picture that I want to take the background off, which is the picture of the dog. So I'll do this one first. I'm going to do both of them, but I'll do this one first. This is the one with Meg and Katie. I'm going to put them in the boat. So what you have to do is the first thing, which is easier, which is not how I did it, but it's easier. You click on crop here, and you say crop, and then you get these little things and you like move them down, because all I want is them, and I don't even want all of them. I just kind of want the top part. It kind of makes your life a little easier because you don't have to take out so much background. And then go like this. Okay, and then you just say crop. Excuse me. And then you say, it says, if you've got the image selected, it'll say picture tools up here, and then you just say remove background. And this is the outside of the image, and this, for some reason, it's always smaller. So you have to like move this out, the corners. You just move the corners out so they cover up the whole outline. I don't know why why it always does that, but it does. So you have to worry about making the okay. You don't have to worry about making it. I can't think of the word. Okay, I'll think of it later. The purple part is the background. This is what's going to be removed. Now, part of this. Now, obviously, you don't want to remove her nose. So what you have to do is you have to say mark areas to keep, which is right there. Click on that, and then you just click on a little nose, and see it comes back. Now these plus sign stays here, which makes it kind of hard to see what you're doing, but that's the way it is. So now I want to keep this part because part of Katie is disappeared here. It's purple. You don't want that, so you have to click on it, make it come back, and then I think there's a little bit here, part of her. Let's see. It's easier if you have. What I do also is I have the picture, which is here. Where is it? No, not on any of them. Okay, let me get it. Okay, I have the original picture here. So let me so this part has to go. Let me do the obvious parts first here. We know that this all has to go. So mark areas to remove, and this is part of the background, so you have to remove it. You got to keep going until it turns purple. And this is kind of goes around her head there, and then over here. Like I said, this is a little bit on the clunky side. The easiest way to actually do this is to go to Fiverr and get one of them to to remove the background for you. Pay $5 and they do it. Mark areas to keep. I think this is part of Meg here. Yeah, okay. And little Katie's nose. Okay, and I think this has turned purple. No, okay, that's red. Okay, so at this point what we can do is check. Well, first we can go back to the actual picture, see if we got everything. Now we've got That's looks all right. Okay, now one way to test it is to say keep changes, and that's what it looks like. And you got a little bit here that's got to go, so go back here to remove background, and it goes back, and so you got mark areas to remove. So you got to move there, so it kind of goes around her. You might have taken away a little too much. See, it's kind of frustrating sometimes getting it exactly the way you want it, but I think we gotta remove this here too. That doesn't look like dog. Okay, let's try it now. Keep changes. Now still see that her head is kind of flat there, and we've lost down there, so go back here and areas to keep. We want to keep this down here. I don't know if it's coming, but and I'm not going to belabor this here, but you know, that's what you have to do. You have to, and then her hair was a little square, so you can't really see it now because there's so many of these minuses. But that's basically how you do it. So I'm going to say keep changes, and this here actually get kind of anal about this here. Is that? No, maybe not. Like I said, you're easier just to go to somebody on Fiverr. They'll do a good job for $5. But looks like, so we'll do that. Okay, now, so that's our picture. So now we bring in the other picture, which is the one that we want to, this will be the one of the picture of the canoe, which is here. And we obviously want this in the back, so under picture tools, make sure picture tools is highlighted here. You have to just click on the image and that'll be highlighted, and then you say send backward. So now we got the little dogs and we got the boat, and all we do is make them very small. Move them over here. Now this boat, the edge of the boat is not exactly level. And I'm not sure, I'm sure there's some way that you can like crop it, you know, at an angle, but I didn't, because when you make them small, you really can't tell that much. It's really not that obvious, see? So that's them. And then what you do is you have to crop this, because otherwise you can have a big white border. So what you do is you say, now what I used to do was, oh, I guess, I don't know if you can do this. Okay, so what I do is I go to paint. I don't want it updated now. Install when I exit. And what you have to do is you have to save this. Save as. And it'll try to save it as a PowerPoint presentation. You have to change it, so you save it as either JPEG or PNG, which are here somewhere. Let's see. There's there's JPEG right there. Okay. So and then we name it Meg and Katie in boat demo. Save that. And current slide only. And then we go to paint and we say file open. And I'm sure if you know how to use Photoshop, it's probably a lot easier, but I have no idea how to use it. I am not into that kind of stuff, so we want to open that. That's the one we just saved. And as you can see, it has this big white thing around it. And all you do is say, oh no you don't, you say Tools, and you want Rectangle Select. And you get your little thing here, and you just select this, or you know, if you want to cut it off, you can cut it off there, whatever. And I'll do the whole thing. And then you just say image, crop to selection, and there's your picture. Now, what you do is you have to say save as, and I just say Megan, I use the same name because I don't need this one anymore since that's the old one. And I want to replace it, yep. And that's it, so that's it. And the other one's basically the same. You actually, okay. The other one was the same, yet it was a little more difficult because one thing, if you don't have a lot of contrast between the picture and the background, I think I just said this, it makes it more difficult. Let me just show you how I did the other one too, since I have the pictures right there. Okay, I'm in PowerPoint again. I say, I'll just make a new slide and do another one. And excuse me, insert picture. And this is this picture. Now see, if you look at the picture that I had, I was having trouble with these. I wanted to keep them. I tried to take them away and that didn't work because there was not enough contrast difference between this part and this part. And there's not a lot of difference between this part and that, so I had trouble, either having the whole thing or taking the whole thing off. So I ended up leaving, I think, just that, but it looked all right in the end. Now, this one, do the same thing. So you remove background. And you gotta make it the right size first. I said I don't know why it does that. Actually, well, I'll do it like that. Now, this selected pretty well. I want to keep the boards because I don't want them just like walking on water. So I'll say mark areas to keep. And I want to keep the boards here. You end up having, yeah, okay, that worked pretty well. Okay, blue, blue, oops, and that disappeared. Just have to keep working at it, keep clicking on it, and eventually it'll all appear. This is really giving me a hard time here. Okay, I got that much. Okay, now I got that. Now this here has to appear. Now everything disappeared, of course. There's that, and there's that. Okay. Now, so this little bit here, which is going to cause the whole thing to erase. Okay, now I got that. Oops. Okay. Now, get this have to keep that down there. And see if that'll work there. Okay. See, this is kind of hard. I tried getting this and it didn't really work right. Oh. Of course, now that's gone. Come on. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, so leave it like that for now. And now this part we want to take away. So mark areas to remove, and we remove that. And remove that little bit there, behind her head. And let's see, removing that. And then we're keeping this. And removing that. And we're keeping this. See, this is a little, it takes a little time. Yeah, you know how much work I put into doing this. Okay, and their little nose. Now that looks pretty good. Okay, missing a little bit down here. And this is where you would, if you want, you could look at the picture and see actually what it looks like. Oh, also we have to remove the background here. Almost forgot that. And this. Come on. There it goes. Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, and we lost our little nose there, so we can't get the nose back. Otherwise that will be a hole. We don't want that. Okay, then you say keep changes, and that's pretty close. Now, what we do is we bring in the other picture. Let's see, insert picture, and we get the manatees. Now we want to send this to the back, so we say send backward and make sure the picture tools are highlighted, and the picture tools are highlighted because the image is selected. So this one now, what we have to do, see, I started doing it like this, but there's a lot of room here, and there's not as much room there. So what I did was I flipped it. Let's see, and how did I do that? Rotate. Horizontal. Okay, that's what I did. So put it in the corner so that it looks like it belongs there. And you just shrink it down and make it a little bigger. And there you go. Then this is still PowerPoint, so what we have to do is gotta change this because that's the PowerPoint presentations. And JPEG. And Katie. Demo. Current slide only. There's paint here. File open. Oh no, actually what I want to do is, let me just say file new. Which I don't know if I really had to do that or not, but open. I think you really had to do that. Okay, let's see. And we select it, and we say, oh, the tool is that tool, and just select the whole picture, and then image, crop to selection, then that's it. Now we just save it. Okay, and doc demo, replace. I don't know what that last part is, but I just always say okay. And that's it. That's all she wrote. And you got your two pictures. Where are they? Got this one. And you get this one. Aren't they cute? Oh, they're so cute. They're so cute. Okay. And that's it.